Hi there. Welcome to my YouTube channel. In this video, I will be talking about Razer Viper 8 kHz. The Razer Viper 8 kHz is an ambidextrous gaming mouse aimed at those who play esports. With a price tag of $79.99, the peripheral has a polling rate, capture rate of up to 8,000 Hz, which promises more speed and precision when playing. The accessory is available with the promise of being the fastest gaming mouse in the world. The peripheral can already be found online retailing for less than $55.20. We tested the Viper 8 kHz daily and in different types of gameplay. Check out what we think of the new generation of Razer's gamer mouse. Excellent for MOBA and FPS gameplays. The great thing about the Viper 8 kHz is its polling rate of up to 8,000 Hz, which makes your gameplay much faster. The metric is the amount of information sent by the mouse to the computer in 1 second. The more data sent to the CPU, the more responsive the peripheral is. Most gaming mouses on the market have a pickup rate of 1000 Hz, so the rate found on the Viper 8 kHz is up to 8 times higher than usual. This makes a difference in gameplay, because the higher the polling rate, the less you need to move your hand to move the cursor around the screen. So in games that require fast movements, such as League of Legends and Dota 2, the 8 kHz Viper provides much more fluid gameplay. However, while it is interesting for much of the gaming, the refresh rate can be a problem in games that require precision, such as Overwatch and Valorant. This is because in titles where you need to aim, as is the case with FPS, any slightest hand movement can get in the way when the mouse has too high a polling rate. The positive aspect is that the pickup rate of the Viper 8 kHz is adjustable, and it can be set to a frequency starting at 125 Hz, the most basic rate on the market, found in a mouse aimed at casual users. This way, its amazing speed doesn't have to hinder FPS gameplays. While playing Valorant in our tests, the mouse performed excellently, with a fast response time and no lag. In addition to the high pickup rate, the Viper 8K features a state-of-the-art optical sensor from Razer, the Focus 20K, which reaches up to 20,000 dpi, the amount of dots per inch that the mouse travels. The higher the dpi number, the more sensitive the peripheral is, and, consequently, the fewer movements you need to make to traverse from one corner of the screen to another. This feature is interesting for various types of gaming, including MOBA and FPS, and helps prevent wrist pain since it requires less movement. Another interesting feature of the mouse is its 6 programmable buttons, which also help in speeding up gameplay. While playing Valorant, we programmed a button to return to the game menu and another to change weapons. This configuration provided more fluid gameplay, and also impacted the performance we had in the game. It is worth remembering that these auxiliary buttons can be programmed the way the user prefers. This way, in titles like League of Legends, for example, you can use one of them to access the game's abilities, and another one to perform spells. The good news is that the Viper 8 kHz has internal memory that holds up to 5 custom profiles. So any settings you make on the mouse will be maintained even if you use it on another computer. To access these features, you need to download the company's software, Razer Synapse. Besides offering more comfort and agility for Valorant and League of Legends gameplays, the Viper 8 kHz was also very useful for daily use, mainly because of its programmable buttons, which can be used for functions such as opening and closing tabs. The Razer mouse worked well when switching from one program to another. Switching between games and software like Discord, for example, is easier using these features. When it comes to switching between PC desktops, the buttons on the device also make the process much easier. As mentioned earlier, you can use the buttons as you like, but it is worth remembering that in general, these functions tend to work better on Windows devices. On macOS, some recognition problems may occur. That is why it is worth keeping an eye on the model and version of your operating system to find out if the mouse is perfectly compatible with it. Besides bringing more convenience to everyday life, these auxiliary buttons can be interesting for those who work in the field of design or illustration, since they also work as shortcuts for software such as Adobe Illustrator and Photoshop. This way, it is possible to program one button to, for example, open the pen tool and another to make an intelligent selection. It is worth mentioning that the Viper 8 kHz is a large mouse. Because of this, if you have small hands, it may not be the ideal model. The peripheral alone weighs an average of 70 grams. In other words, it is quite light. This helps to compensate for the size of the mouse in gameplays, but does not prevent users with smaller hands from feeling discomfort after a few hours of play. So if you are thinking about buying this model, it is worth considering this information. The mouse also has subtle RGB illumination with over 16 million colors, which might appeal to users who enjoy this kind of setup. The Viper 8 kHz is not a wireless option, being connected to your computer or notebook via a USB cable. This ensures gaming accuracy, but may be inconvenient for users who prefer wireless options. As a gaming mouse, the Viper 8 kHz delivers everything it promises, but its high price makes other models more interesting. Costing around $55.20 on Amazon, it is more indicated for professional gamers, since, for casual players, it is possible to find other options for more affordable values. The Viper 8 kHz came with a Razer Strider mousepad. The use of a mousepad is indicated for this peripheral mainly because of its sensor, which, being optical, requires smooth surfaces to work well. The Razer Strider is a good mousepad, but right from the start, it offers a drawback: its size. Because of this, while it maintains the performance of the 8 kHz Viper, it can be quite cumbersome for those who use larger keyboards. This is because, despite being described as big, the mousepad is medium-sized and does not cover the whole surface of the mouse and keyboard, getting a little clumsy in the setup. It is an excellent gaming mouse. The Viper 8 kHz is available on the official Razer site for $79.99, but can be purchased on Amazon for $55.20. For this reason, it ends up being more indicated for players who play professionally and need a lot of precision and agility in the gameplay. For those who play only as a hobby, it is possible to find other more affordable options, which also guarantee good gameplay for affordable values. However, if you have the budget and are looking for a model of wired mouse that will guarantee comfort and agility in your gameplay, the Viper 8 kHz is a good option. It is important to take into account, however, the size of your hand and the type of peripheral grip you prefer, since, as polling rate and DPI, these factors also interfere in your gameplay. Check out the link to buy on the description page. Also note that the video's description page contains affiliate links, which means that I may receive a commission if you make a purchase using these links. As an Amazon associate, I earned from qualifying purchases. Here ends our video on Razer Viper 8 kHz. We hope you find it very useful. If you have any suggestion, kindly share with us in the comments section. Also, do not forget to like, share and subscribe to our channel. Please click on the notification bell in front of the subscribe button to turn on notification for this channel, so as to notify you when I post new video. Thank you for watching.